Let's talk tax. Let's talk crypto. Let's talk artificial intelligence. Hey there, this is Kenner French with vastsolutionsgroup.com. This is the Vast Vault where we're talking about things that really truly help entrepreneurs to navigate the world of, entrepreneurialism. We're going to talk about those topics I talked about. They're really, near and dear to our heart here at vastsolutionsgroup.com. We've been, here since 1969. We've been in crypto really since 2010. We've been in AI since really, if you really want to really look back, it's been 2014. We're on record as being, using AI to help lower tax liability, by the way, very legally. So let's get right to it. Cryptocurrency, it's obviously, you've seen a lot about it lately. It's capturing the world's attention. It goes up, goes down, but if you're if you're in it years ago, it's probably gone up for you. The popularity of digital assets or, cryptocurrency continues to grow no matter what people say. So there's the complexity of the tax regulations. And that's the kind of the scary thing. It gets more and more complex because it seems like IRS is looking at them, Congress is looking at them, all the regulators are looking at all the various different cryptocurrencies or virtual currencies as the IRS calls it. And it's kind of scary. People don't, they need help. And one way of kind of navigating those waters would be AI. We'll get into that in just this little episode. AI truly does have the potential to transform tax planning for crypto investors, offering it's a huge unprecedented level of accuracy and also efficiency and maybe even insight and proactive planning. So we're going to go over the AI as it's poised to revolutionize tax planning for crypto investors. Automating, one way it could do it, by the way, think of it as automating tax calculations and even reporting. One of the most significant challenges for cryptocurrency investors is accurately tracking and reporting their transaction for tax purposes. That's tough. With the vast number of exchanges, wallets, tokens available, the list goes on, managing digital assets, really, it's become overwhelming for a lot. We're hearing that more and more. As we're taking on more and more crypto clients, we're hearing that their professional advisor just didn't have the resources or couldn't help them, mainly because they didn't have AI like we've adopted years ago. We're obviously, I would say, if not an expert, we're at least close to being experts in it. Some of the people who have said years ago, I don't believe in AI, or they would laugh at me personally, or maybe the company, because we're too delved in AI. Well, now those are the people who are experts, and who knows what's going to happen to those clients because they're brand new at AI. But anyway, AI-powered tax software can help simplify the process by automatically calculating gains and losses, taking into account the varying cost basis and methodology of and the nuances of crypto taxation. By automating tax calcs, AI reduces the risk of errors and ensures investors accurately reporting their digital asset transactions to the IRS or whatever the case is, and also keeping up with regulatory changes as governments around the world scramble to regulate cryptocurrency, good or bad, by the way. Tax laws they're just they're changing again. It seems daily. Staying up to date with these changes it's daunting, but even for experienced practitioners in the industry or practitioners as far as investors, AI can help crypto investors remain compliant by continually monitoring changes in tax regulations and updating tax calcs accordingly. This not only reduces the risk of non-compliance and penalties, but also allows investors to take advantage of new benefits as they become available, or new strategies as they become available. And uncovering tax saving strategies. That's another thing AI can do. It can analyze an investor's cryptocurrency portfolio to identify tax saving strategies such as tax loss harvesting, which involves selling underperforming assets to offset the gains and reduce the taxable income. Although obviously you'd much rather not have any underperforming assets, but if you do, boom, there's AI can help. AI can also help investors determine the optimal time to buy and sell digital assets, or at least to a certain extent. That's still kind of a challenge in the industry. And AI can also, by the way, analyze an investors' financial data to provide personalized tax planning recommendations on a go-forward basis. And let's talk about international compliance, because that's one way I think AI is really going to help going forward, because crypto investors, as they diversify their portfolios with digital assets from all over the world, they face the challenge of complying with tax regulations in so many different jurisdictions, which is crazy. AI can help simplify the process by consolidating financial data from a whole number of sources and, apply the appropriate tax rules in that jurisdiction, etc. Also AI-powered solutions can optimize international tax strategies by analyzing tax treaties, which it makes it so much easier because obviously a human can only do so much in that regard. And we found that. That's the reason, by the way, we decided to go into AI as a company. We adopted AI because we knew it was going to be a challenge for humans, and we knew technology was going to help so much in helping with tax liability. So that's the reason we started adopting, years ago, AI. AI, it can leverage machine learning to analyze, historical financial data and predict future outcomes. Where again, humans, it's tough. It's tough for humans. You can have that human flair, but underneath that, if you have the technology, that's, in our opinion, I think that's the way to go. I think more and more investors, especially in the crypto world, are finding that. And by using AI to predict the impact of tax scenarios, various different scenarios, investors can, again, proactively adjust their portfolios and totally take advantages of the opportunity to reduce their tax liability, where a human, wouldn't be able to do that. Or if they could, there might be holes in their consultation as a result. I don't want to take too much longer in this. I think hopefully you get the point that, AI is going to be here to stay. It can help crypto investors. It can help lower the tax liability. It can help taxes in so many ways. It has the potential of transforming tax planning for crypto investors, making it, again, easier to navigate the very complex world of digital asset taxation. Maybe too complex, by the way. As an adoption of AI and tax planning continues to grow, because it will, we can expect to see even more sophisticated tools and solutions emerging. And you as an investor, you should be communicating with your advisor, your professional advisor, tax advisor, CPA, and letting them know, hey, I want to employ some of these sophisticated technologies. I don't want to just bring in an application, a paper tax return to the IRS. I want it to go through a stringent technology system. And ours, by the way, we at vastsolutionsgroup.com have an Einstein platform where it reviews. Basically, we have our AI system go through the tax return to make sure we're optimizing everything that we can. On top of that, we do have a CPA who oversees the process, because we will say, and I will say, I think most people would say, even when you do, a simple query on Bard or on whatever OpenAI chat, there's mistakes. We want to make sure that a certified CPA has his or her eyes on a tax return, because that's really important. And a seasoned person who knows AI, and a seasoned person who also knows taxes, that being a CPA. As cryptocurrency markets mature and tax regulations evolve, which they always will on a daily basis, it seems, especially when we're talking about all over the world, AI is going to play an increasingly critical role in helping investors stay compliant and optimize their situation. And if you need us in any way, please reach out. I'm a click away at vastsolutionsgroup.com. Again, my name's Kenner. Any of our people in our family or on our team can help you, because that's what we're here to do, is help entrepreneurs. And in the Vast Vault, as we call it, we're trying to unlock the secrets for entrepreneurs so it can better we can better their situation. Once again, it's been a pleasure. Kenner French, I'm out.